Alright, hello all, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, it is time. Super Vegito. Attack stacking good. Uh, we did the defense one. That was something else. I check it out, like, it's kind of too, like, even for me, it's really hard to believe. But like, the amount of defense I get up to by the end there is just insanity. I quite literally ended up tripling. Well, not exactly triple, but like 2.5 xing what I was able to do with like Tech Gohan, for example, our second highest. So yeah, a little crazy. He might be a little busted. That being said, uh, oh wait, actually, this is a friend, right? All level 10 links at this point. Pretty decent build here. Um, well, I mean that's I don't need to do a whole long spiel here. I don't think. Let's just get going, right? So here we go. As per usual, I will show the first sort of what? Oh, come on. Two turns. In fact, I'll just actually cut here. Because I don't know if I'm in slot 7 or the next turn or whatever. So I'll actually come right back once we actually have Vegito. That's rather unlucky. All right, here we go. So obviously that's the most optimal. Well, actually that is a pretty decent. Never mind. Never mind. He actually does link very well next to these characters. That's actually interesting. So obviously this is just gonna be pretty nuts. I mean, we're not even gonna get to see the full scale here. We're gonna just probably kill in the first super attack. But I mean, that's why we're gonna do two here. I mean, as per usual. But Vegito, I do think. I'm not sure how exactly this is going to go. Because he doesn't have like phase 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. First attack. By the way. First attack. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Um. Vegito doesn't have like phase 2 attack, which I do think could end up obviously being a little troublesome for us. But he does have that build up mechanic, so it's like what I'm trying to say here. It's going to be very I guess the word I'll use is interesting. How we go about this later on. Because if I use like the I can't put him in like slot 1 because well, I guess I could if Rose wasn't attacking at all. But I should, since this is attack stacking, right? We're gonna get to the point by the time we fuse into Vegito. I mean, one counter is probably just gonna be enough to kill Rose outright. I would be surprised if that's not the case, because I mean I've seen his damage, just like by like turn 3 or not 3, like turn 5 or whatever, and it's just like, he just comes out the gate swinging already. So I just. This is gonna be fun. That's the best way to describe it. This is gonna be fun. I don't know where he's gonna scale relatively to the other characters we've done. I mean, just recent, like the last one we did was like LR Jiren. It's kind of unfortunate that I just did him because now the Universe Survival Saga has a new best leader in the game. But A, I don't have Blue Evolution yet, and B, my Jiren's only 5%, so it'd still be weaker. But I got him up to like 523 mil. Our second highest is Bojack, which he was just barely under at like 526 mil. And then, oh wait, hold on.
This energy, could it be Vegeta? Yes! I knew it was you! Kakarot!
Okay, I actually should probably turn this on. Also, I am gonna do this. Wow, he actually Goku, okay. Very interesting. Goku is actually a really that Saiyan Saga 1 really good linking partner for him. But we're gonna proceed like this. I mean, I don't see this causing us any issues. We definitely need to utilize Piccolo and oh shit. Well, I'm gonna be forced to get a lot of key here. I should have grabbed those from Piccolo. I mean, Gohan and Piccolo are gonna be using these Dokkan attacks for a while because, you know, if any of these other like major characters even touch a Dokkan attack, it's just like Rose Age is gonna melt. These are really fun to do, but you know, I do have to work around. You know, grabbing the orbs right, like even right there, might come back to haunt me later on. I guess we shall see, but I definitely have to be as careful as possible about the Dokkan attacks. First, so 23.8. This is just going to be... By the way, I do think it is worth noting here right now. Normal, come on, that's the great chance. I do think... 17.4. I do think it's worth noting that with this character, I am obviously going to do Vegito first. 18.3. Okay. But, that being said, I do think that... I know this is gonna sound crazy. Goku might actually end up looking better here. Now, overall, Vegito is still gonna be, at his max power, a stronger attack unit, like an attack stacking unit. But what I mean is, once again, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use the active skill later on. If Rose hits us a single time, he's just dead, and then we won't be able to actually see the attack stat is the issue. Whereas with like Goku, if I use Vegeta's active, you know, with the 18% active skill phase, that would be pretty nice. So I mean, I will do a separate for both, even Vegeta as a defense one, separate of those at some point. But obviously, I do want to get Vegito out for both first, because you know, he is the GOAT. But I mean, there we go. That's our first sort of couple turns here. I mean, we're already up to 23 mil there. I mean, we could do 4 supers a turn, stacking on all of them. Like, this is just... I genuinely... You cannot believe just how it... Like, I mean, I made a community post right after. Like, how enthusiastic I was to see that literally all of them stacked. It was very surprising. I was hoping for just one of the Part 1 LRs. All of them stacked. And Vegito specifically is just like the perfect unit for me. I'm definitely a very happy camper. You know, this first part of the anniversary. I do expect that LR Voldemort will probably be either slightly weaker or slightly stronger than Vegito. And most likely, probably like the sort of opposite oriented. So like maybe defense first, offense second, instead of offense first, defense second. I'm referring to like how the tag works. But I mean, that's still a ways off. But yeah, we're going to cut away here. We're gonna get to stacking, come back as late as we can, and we will see just how hard LR Tech Super Vegito can hit. All right, everyone. So we are back. We're up to turn 101 here. So obviously we're pretty deep in. So stacks only last for 99 sort of turns from when they're first activated, and I believe we had I actually ended up having to restart this run. I didn't die. What happened was I was doing something else. I wasn't really paying attention, and I had a choice between not getting the 20 key for Goku or not getting the full key for Piccolo. And I was like, well, I mean, that's a pretty easy choice. Obviously, I'm going to take the extra stack. And, you know, that'll give me a better chance to get the, you know, hit potential additional anyway. Well, it turns out, while I wasn't paying attention, I was actually ready to have the Dokkan meter, and then I just fucking blew Rose away in one shot. So, I mean, that was unfortunate. But, that being said, I mean, once again, I do forget. I think if this was like turn 1 or turn 2, whatever, that I had this sort of Goku Vegeta unit. But with that being said, certainly I do know 100% that I only got the 18 key super, so I figured, giving us an extra like turn or so would be worth it anyway. Now what we're gonna do here is I would like to actually show a sort of baseline turn for Goku, but then we're just gonna go straight into an item turn for Vegito because we're starting to get pretty high on the Dokkan meter. Is why I don't want to do several turns of Vegito. Also, he doesn't last that long. Also, I do think if a single counter touches Rose, he's just done and dusted. Not too much I could do there, obviously. And I do want to note one thing real quick. I mean, we are doing Vegito here, but that being said, I do think, and I will do a separate one eventually. I'm not sure when, maybe a couple weeks or something. We'll see. But that being said, I do think Goku might actually look better here, because he does get this multiplicative 200% attack. Whereas Vegito, I mean, to be fair, he does have technically 140% extra phase 1 attack, but he doesn't have a sort of phase 2 besides for every attack received. Now, in a normal scenario, you're going against one of these big bosses, they're attacking like 13 times in a turn, 1 super, 12 normal, some shit. Obviously, Vegeta's going to look better there in that scenario. But once again, Rose attacks the most here. And I do think if just a single counter hits Rose, I mean, that's just GG. So we won't even be able to see the attack stat, which, obviously we don't want to happen. So that all out of the way, I do want to show a baseline turn for Goku here. And we'll just proceed like this. I do think, he's going to look pretty crazy by the end. Also, the thing with Goku is, we can, for whenever we get around to that, also use Vegeta's active skill. I mean, 18% doesn't sound like a lot, but since it's a separate phase ability, it actually is a pretty substantial buff. And, I do think we could go, like, Goku himself could be one of our highest in here. I'm not sure what Vegeta will do, but he will be one of our higher ones at the very least. I wouldn't say highest, but higher. I'm just not really sure what it's going to look like without that sort of phase 2 ability. So, I mean, we're up to 205 mil, by the way. Obviously, that's, pretty damn good. I don't think I need to explain that. Oh my god. Yeah, so, like, the stuns from Gohan are actually kind of, Zamasu. We've been doing a decent bit of damage to him. And, into these 170s, like, this is just such a crazy fun unit. I'm beginning to think this might... We didn't get the additional, really? This friend unit has 19 additional. That's 38% chance to proc per attack there. That's rather unfortunate. I've been using Vegito a decent bit, and I do have to say... I think, I've been playing this game for 7 years. This might just be my favorite, like, unit ever. I know there's probably some sort of, bias from the character just, coming out, releasing, whatever, but I'm being so, like, 100% when I do say that. Like, I don't take that statement sort of lightly. I do think that this is... Like, it just has everything. I mean, you guys see me do these stacking videos, right? I don't talk about it too much, but I've talked about it a fair amount in some of these. That besides, like, stacking as, like, a concept for a kid or whatever, my sort of favorite specific mechanic are, like, the sort of counters. That's why I really wanted UI Goku. Don't have him yet, unfortunately. But, like, this character, Scouter, healing, just free and easy conditions. You don't need to worry about, like, actually having to fight the fucking unit like Blue Vegito or something. Like, it's so good. They knocked it out of the ballpark. Home run. This is just perfect design. As good as I could want. I'm actually... Okay, so Zamasu... I guess as long as we just see, like, the 18 key... Well... No, he's gonna do, because he does 2 Garen. We could even get a 3rd. How does that even work for Vegito? Does it still go down to 12 P or I actually, for like doing the additional, I'm not sure if like additional procs would end up looking better or worse based off like the key. The Masu is like, because he's stunned though, and he didn't like heal there. I did talk about this in like in the last one or with Jiren. I was actually, there were some times where I was looking a little quote unquote scary, as in having to restart because of the fact that, you know, Zamasu's heal just wasn't proccing like I wanted it to. But that all being said, I mean, here we are. Damn, see, we're not going to get any phase 2 support whatsoever. Because there's a million Rose attacks there, a million there. Like, this is out of my hands. I mean, you can see that. So, I mean, obviously, we're going to use the standby here. We're going to use Gogeta, you know, we're going to use Vegito. We won't use Vegito's active. Because, I mean, obviously we can't. But we will be able to see a counter stat, like, attack stat, which will be pretty interesting to see what that'll get up to after everything. But, I mean, let's just get started here. Oh, shit, no! Damn. I didn't realize... Okay. Well, let me turn that off then. I definitely want to see Vegito's. I guess it doesn't matter too much that we didn't see Gogeta's, but I would have wanted to see it. Alright, let's get Vegito's in.
Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please! Vegeta? Give it to me now! This is what I'm supposed to do, right? Yep, thanks, Vegeta. This is Super Vegito!
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be something else. Alright, here, I can turn this back. Although I haven't seen this yet today either, so... this will proc, and then we'll get the 80% attack.
Please, everyone, lend me your energy. I can't die. Not yet. Darn it! Please, Kakarot! I need your power! You guys.
Alright. We are ready. So... I may actually... I mean, let's see first before I say anything. Can I get lucky with these? That Sparks is so awesome. Please, can I get lucky? Okay, maybe. Can we change all the rainbows now? We did! Let's go! First try. I don't get that too often. Okay. Vegito. Let's see what you got for us. Obviously, we're going to use the World Tournament now for 2. We're going to have a little bit of a crazy turn here. Well, actually, we, because the 80% support, we technically have 220% higher phase 1 than Goku does. So, I don't think that entirely balances out for these. I mean, it doesn't entirely balance out, because separate phases are just so much stronger. But certainly, it does help us. And I mean, we have all the items and stuff active. He's going to be hitting a pretty crazy attack stat, but if we were to show like a base turn, his base I do think would be lower. But I mean, I just don't have like the room at this point, you know, with the Dokkan attack, and obviously I wouldn't be able to get, you know, this character's support for both those sort of times and have Gogeta on the rotation. So I mean, this is what we got to do. Well, let's see. Vegito. What do you have for us, man? This is so awesome. We're gonna get to see one counter sort of attack set too, which I'll probably put on the thumb too. I mean, that'll be pretty nice. So, Tech Gogeta is up to 150 mil. Ooh, I forgot to show the Link situation. But I mean, we're like 6 out of 7. So, I mean, he's gonna do a little bit of damage to Zamasu. Are we even gonna get to... Oh, damn. I wonder if we'll even get to see a counter, actually. Because we have the guaranteed additional super. Zamasu's already starting to look pretty low. Oh. 274 mil. Okay. Right? I did see that. Yes? Wait. Hold on. That just went so fast. Did I read? 3... That is 250, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that counter? Holy shit! I'm just... What the fuck? Wait, hold on. The numbers just go so fast in Dokkan too. I'm sorry? That was 250, right? I think it was. I'm pretty confident that was... There's no way... There's no fucking way that was 2 billion. That has to have been 250. It just looked pretty long is why it threw me off. Wow. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Wow. Wow. Is he good? I don't know. Okay, I want to know exactly what those were. So I'm gonna have to like watch it back before I upload, and then I'm gonna have to watch it back real quick, and then I'll come back and finish up the video. But oh my god, that was just... They do go a little fast, so I just got a little bewildered there by the end. I do want to give like an accurate, like, this is what this was and this is what that was, but you guys probably already know. Alright, hold on, we'll be right back. What the fuck? So, a couple things to note here. I did go back, that was, 270 whatever mil for the super. But, guys, more importantly, or 250, whatever, I'm just so thrown off. The counter was 274 mil. The counter. The fucking counter. So why that's important is A, that was one single hit. So that was 10% phase 2. But B, I don't know why it works this way. I have no clue. Don't ask me. I don't understand it. But I do know that counters appear like the normal sort of count. I don't know if it applies to super counters. But I know for normal counters, for whatever reason, it does appear as 3x less than what it actually is. So I mean, that was what, fucking 800 million damage? And it was a crit. Wow. What? I mean, he's like, it doesn't show, right? But I let me see if I can't find this. I'm gonna cut away here briefly. I'm gonna see if I can't find the explanation and put it at the end here, because if that does, like, I'm pretty 99% confident that's how counters work. If that is, like, if I could show that here, that does prove that by far he is actually our highest attack stat. It doesn't show, the big dopamine, 800 mil, right? Meki Cabra is our biggest final shown attack stat at like 655 mil. But technically speaking, he beats Meki Cabra there. So let me cut away one more time. Let me see if I can't find that. I'm pretty confident that's how it works. I don't know why, but I am pretty confident it works that way. And that being said, I mean, it's just so fucking crazy. Hitting a boss with an 800 mil counter, essentially. Well, like, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so I think this is the best way I can show this. So how it works, and I know this isn't like a full sort of proof here, uh, but for whatever reason, it shows like the damage that as per my understanding, it shows like the damage that a normal attack would do, uh, but the counter value, the counter multiplier, is actually like 300% on top of the sort of like normal value. I don't know if that makes 100% sense, but essentially, I mean that was 274 mil times three. This is what that was. Oh my god. Um. So yeah, that's wow. Okay. I once again I don't have a way, I don't have a way to actually. Maybe I'll show like a calculator on the screen, and I'll use like the counter as a way to show, and I'll have the number times like three on there, and then I'll just write like actual text at or something like that. But that is just so insane. So he's our most defensive and most offensive unit. Um, yeah, yeah, he might be a little balanced. Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Thank you, Dokkan. I appreciate it. As a Vegito counter stacking whatever the fuck fan, I appreciate you. Okay. I mean, there's that. I guess. Wow. What a way to end this. I was not expecting that. Okay. Well. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Um. We'll just end this on this screen here. Jesus fucking Christ. Take care. Oh my God. What a busted fucking unit.